Hey everybody, Cornfed Lady here, and today I'm going to give you some updates on the weird things that have been going on with our rabbits. So come on. So about a month ago, we bred all 5 of our females, and only one of them had babies. And I'll show you those babies later on in the video. But what that tells us is that these 2 older gals here, Beebs and her half-sister Midnight right there, are getting too old to have babies. So on our homestead, when our bunny breeders get too old to have babies, we don't put them down and we don't eat them or anything like that. We just let them go into a retirement to live out the rest of their natural lives. So Beebs here and Midnight are both a few years old, and I'll have to put the exact age down here at the bottom once I look it up in the record book. And they have had quite a few litters, which again I'll have to look up the exact number for each of them and put that at the bottom there. But they've served us well, and they've put a lot of rabbit meat in the freezer for us, and we're ever so grateful. So she's got a little mouse friend. So again, we don't cull our old moms, and even though they're no longer productive and it will cost us, and we do let them live out the rest of what nature gives them of their life in the retirement yard. Now Coco here's he's a new breeder, so he's going to be in here quite a few more years. He doesn't have to move yet. And over here is the one mom who did have babies, and that is Brains, and she actually had 4 babies, which is kind of a small litter for her. Now Brains and her sister next door here, they're only about a year younger than the ones that are getting to retire. So they'll be retiring next year, so their litters are getting smaller now. Now, like I said, she only had 4. 2 of them did pass away, and so she only has 2 in her box right now, but she's a very good mom. I'm going to go ahead and show you those 2 that she's got in there before we go out and take a look at the new hutches that my husband built. So these babies are only a couple of days old. I think they were born on Friday, and today's Monday, so that would put them at 3 days old. See what we can find in here. Oh, they're really buried in there. I found one. Here's one. It's black and white. We call that broken black because the black is broken up by the white. Let me find your friend in there. Hopefully you still have a friend in there. I'm gonna have to put this camera down. It's hard to do one-handed. Found the other friend in here. And this one is all black. So we have an all black one. And you always want to look and make sure that they have a nice wide belly. This one does. It's moving its head around, holding it up. Its umbilical cord looks like it's dried up and fallen off. So he's okay. He's really warm. I'm going to put him back in there. He or she. And then this one is a black and white one. Its umbilical cord's drying up. He's holding his head up. He's nice and fat and warm. So it looks like these 2 are still good and healthy. I'm putting them back in the hole where I found them. So Mom still knows where to find them later. So we get them tucked back in there and give them back to Mom, who is used to the routine, so she's not worried at all. That's a good girl, Brains. She's a good mom. We co-parent around here, don't we, Brains? Yes, you take care of them full-time, and I check on them once in a while. That's a good girl. And she'll get to retire the following year. And the same with her sister next door here, Pinky. Now, Pinky did try breeding, and you can see she's pretty upset. I took her nesting box away this morning because it's been about 36 days since she bred, and she always has babies on day 31. So she's kind of sad that she didn't have babies this time. But I keep reassuring her she did nothing wrong and she's a good girl. And she's going to be retiring next year. Now, Chunky Bunny, our male breeder, he could still have another year or 2 in him because the male breeders can breed to to a little bit older age than the girls. And my husband has been working on building these retirement hutches, and he's got 3 of them pretty well finished. We just need to finish adding a little door with a ramp to these other 2 cages, but other than that, they're done. And they do have some temporary residents in here. This one's still shy. We just picked her up the day before yesterday from Rural King. But this new one in here is Trixie, and she'll be taking the spot for Beebs for breeding. So Beebs will be able to come out here and retire in this cage, and Trixie will take her spot in the breeding bunny shed over there. And then the same thing with this one. So this girl in here is PJ, and if you can't tell by looking at her, PJ is Pinky's daughter. She looks exactly like her. And PJ did try breeding, but she may have still been a little young. She was only about 5.5 months. So we'll try rebreeding her again with the rest of them in February. So these will be our 2 new breeders. The old retiring ladies will come out here and be able to play in the yard with our pet rabbit, Mr. Nibbles. He's in the 3rd cage there. He, she, it. So they'll be able to play in the retirement yard here every day that it's nice out, and they'll just be able to live out the remaining days in peace and nibbling on fresh stuff in the yard, and they won't have to breed or produce litters anymore. So we need to get these 2 new breeders into the shed here, but before we can do that, we're going to have to get these 2 old breeders out of the shed and then clean up their cages, so the new breeders will have some nice, fresh, clean cages to move into. Now these older girls don't really like being picked up very much, so I'm going to wait for my husband to get home from work, and he's going to help me move them out, and we'll clean their cages and move the new girls in. So we'll be back in a few hours, or in your time, a snap of a finger. Okay, babes. Get to come by outside?
A lot more field trips now, babes.
Yeah. You get to move out here in the yard, huh? Did you make it to the retirement yard? That's good, girl, babe. Did you make it to the retirement yard, baby? That's good, girl. She doesn't look happy.
I'm gonna move, okay? Oh, so she's trusting me.
It's time for you to go in the breeding shed.
In and out at mom's leisure.
Oh. Beans.
Oh, she's making that noise.
It's okay. Alright, off to retirement you go. And that's not code for something bad. That actually means retirement. That's good. Yeah?
I know it doesn't smell
Got your branch in there.
Doesn't smell like you yet, but it will.
Is that gonna be okay, babes? Got a box in there. And the lid shuts so you'll have privacy in there. Yeah. Won't be able to see
Shut
you.
it so you can get used to it. I'm going to leave it open for a minute.
What do you think? Get some water. Let's get cow babes. Let's get girl. Alright, we'll leave you to it. Get to some hay in there. What do you think, babies? Oh, she's upset. Oh, okay. It's okay. It's okay. There you go. There's your sister. There's Peeps. That's good, girls. You made it to retirement, didn't you? You did a good job. Yes, you did. Got some new friends, Nibs. Be nice. There's some old ladies and they need some rest. Relaxation. We'll get them some little doors with ramps just like this one, so they can come out whenever they want when it's nice. So we got PJ in Beeb's old cage. And we got Trixie in Midnight's old cage. And they'll be the new breeders come February when we start breeding again. And of course they'll be breeding with Coco. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. Thanks for following along and visiting our homestead today. If you're not yet subscribed, please go down below and click the subscribe button, as it helps our channel grow and reach more people. Thanks. Y'all have a good one. Bye.